Fairy Tail Chapter 510 review. Chapters like these are what make me kind of love Fairy Tail, and they're finally going in a route that I've been wanting to for so long. We got a little backstory flashback on Natsu. About time. And this is happening while he's asleep and while his E&D powers are still kind of coming over him. And we're going to get a flashback and we're putting an identity on E&D. Yes! Fuck yes! I've been wanting this for so long. Chapter is pretty much just Zeref. He shows up into Natsu's mind, right? And it feels like a Naruto / Minato vibe, except Natsu kind of hates Zeref's guts, kind of, and he tries to attack him. So we get a flashback of his mom and dad. He shows them that, when they were kids, they show a dragon destroying their home. And now, I'm wondering here, I'm not even sure if Zeref knows what kind of dragon destroyed his home, or what dragon killed his parents and his brother. Now, since we know that back then they were at war with the dragons, I wouldn't be surprised if their father had something to do with the war, or was a big part of it. And because the dragon, it was like black, we didn't get too much detail on it. It looked like a shadow-like dragon. It actually looked a pretty cool design, and it keeps you like in mystery and suspense, because it definitely isn't Acnologia that killed them. And you're thinking like, what kind of role did the dad have in this war? Was he like another powerful dragon slayer? And then something to look forward to, maybe some foreshadowing later on down. Because one thing I like Hiro Mashima, what I like about Fairy Tail, is that its big story, in the grand scheme of things, its story can be kind of cool when it's done right. And because there's some mystery on what happened in the war, that's what it keeps me so much intrigued in the Fairy Tail. What keeps me going in this story, in this manga series, is that I like the story. I think it's really cool. The designs are cool. The mythical, backgrounds of Fairy Tail. The execution kind of sucks like 75% of the time, but it keeps me going because of the characters and because of the story. But the execution is horrible sometimes. Anyway, we also got a cute Nalu moment. You have freaking Demaria like telling him, he's a demon. That man's a demon, and Lucy. I'm sorry. Tells her like, no, I know Natsu from the heart. He's a good person. He can be rough around the edges sometimes. He can be a jerk, but he's deep down he's a straightforward and he's an honest guy. And then they make fun of her like, she's head over heels for him. And then she's like, I'm not trying to get to that point. I wasn't getting to that point. But anyway, she doesn't think Natsu has any dark secrets or things to hide from her. And then Demaria tells her, yeah, that's what you think of your closest friends until it's actually revealed to you. So I can't wait to see what happens when Lucy finds out the truth about Natsu. Because you also see little Happy's like, damn, it's E&D. Because he already knows what's up. He knows what the fuck is going on. Now, if there's one thing I didn't like about this chapter, is that I feel like Hiro Mashima is like trying to keep it in suspense. But I want to see an in-depth, in-detail kind of flashback. Not like, they show their parents. But I want to see some interaction with the parents. I want to see some interaction with the Dragmeo families, man. I'm like, damn it, I want that kind of flashback. I want to see something like Zeref being a little boy carrying Natsu's dead body, trying to get him out of the snow or something and trying to revive him, and then realize Natsu's not coming back. I want to see what it was like for Zeref trying to go through the trials and errors of bringing Natsu back to life. I thought that would be really cool, and I hope they add something to there, because right now this flashback, it's a nice little flashback, but they're just like, they're briefing over it. And so, that's fine for this chapter, but I need them to go in detail, in depth here in these next couple of chapters, so they can get me invested into this flashback. I really hope they do this well. Now, according to the chapter, Natsu is supposedly dying, and it's Fairy Tail. Now, does he mean that Natsu is dying and E&D is coming to life? Because if that's what he means, then that makes a lot more sense, because Zeref is trying to fill in the gaps of Natsu's, him losing his memories, and apparently it has to do with a festival side effects. I guess it meant him going to the future. I think that's what it might mean, because I always remembered when the future Lucy came to the past, she had some side effects, she had some headaches, and since they went 400 years in the future, I take it there'd probably be some side effects of them losing their memories. But then the dragons say that they were the ones that kind of rearranged their memories, so it's kind of like, I think we need more things to be revealed, unless we're going to get some plot holes later on. Fuck. Now, here's one thing. Zeref says, it's time for me to reveal to you who's coming up into your body. And I'm like, whoa, okay, that's interesting. because it makes it sound like it's a completely different person besides Natsu. Like, I always thought that if there was another identity in E&D, I always thought it'd just be another personality of Natsu. And it might just be that, but the way Zeref said it, it makes it seem like he put a kind of possession on Natsu to bring him back to life. It's just the way he worded it. Now, if it is just another personality, then okay, I expected that. But if Hiromasha pulls something like out of left wing, where it makes it like completely like makes sense on why Acnologia wants to capture E&D of some way of sort, or he wants to kill E&D, then I would be so happy. But let's see how this goes, because I'm curious on what the identity of E&D is, because apparently it seems to me like it's not just Natsu's memories, because Zeref is the one that's filling in those memories. Man, it's probably not childhood Natsu. It's probably some kind of monster of some sort. But who knows? I can't wait for the next chapter. I'm so excited. Another thing about this chapter is that we have Sting taking on Rakied, Dragneel. And at first I'm like, oh no. But when he started eating his power, I was like, oh no, not this again. But then when Hiromasha reminded us what type of Dragon Slayer he was, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I think that's the best we can do to fight against Rakied and without it being bullshit. Now, do I think Sting should beat Rakied? No. Do I think he will beat Rakied? Yes, because it's fairy tale. However, since it's a Dragneel and we still need him to meet Natsu, we still need him to meet Maris, it makes a lot more sense for him to kick the shit out of Sting. I'm expecting a good fight, but please no bullshit. Please. I'll be fucking pissed off again. I'm expecting the worst. I'm hoping and crossing my fingers, but I'm liking the direction that Fairy Tail is going in this chapter. And in the grand scheme of things, I'm really enjoying the story right now. I just wish Mashima would execute better in this fucking war arc. Hope you guys like the review. 4 out of 5. Fantard out.